Stay up to date with what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window where we started off the day with some heavy downpours of rain at times. It has let up now throughout the early afternoon, but we still expect rain showers as the area of low pressure is slowly moving through our area. In fact, tonight and into tomorrow, we could actually see some snow right here in the Wenatchee area. Not so much tonight, but overnight tonight, we could end up with maybe 2 to 3 inches of new snow on the ground. In the areas in yellow and orange was where we will really see some snowfall over the next 24 hours. All the winter advisories have been allowed to expire, even though we do have a winter storm warning still for those areas in yellow. So be careful tomorrow morning as you make that morning commute. We'll talk more about this storm and what the weekend holds for us weather-wise in a little bit. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Eastmont School District has come up with a unique way to increase armed law enforcement on the school's campuses. And a 14-year-old and 2 15-year-old suspects have been arrested for burglarizing a home yesterday and stealing guns near Moses Lake High School. But first, we begin tonight. Wenatchee High School Principal Eric Anderson issued a statement last week regarding the investigation into disturbing messages found recently on campus bathroom walls. The messages discovered last Wednesday said, "Don't come to school on March 2nd. Anderson says the police department has not identified any persons of interest after pursuing several leads. Superintendent Brian Flonis says the district will continue to rely on police for guidance and support, and the school will be in session tomorrow.
Take the messages and these types of threats seriously, but we are going to continue school as normal at this time, and that we're going to also have just increased security presence in the school during the school day. And so that was the way that protocols we usually follow. And if we do think it's serious and we do think it's something that we need to really look at, we'll go to different measures. We did this a year or two ago when we actually canceled school one day. So this time we felt like the information we got from law enforcement gave us a comfortable feeling about maintaining school as normal.
School officials also urge students and parents to share any information that may assist police in solving this case. Well, the Eastmont School District has come up with a novel program that offers free meals for law enforcement at all district schools. The goal is to provide greater armed law enforcement presence on campus. The district does not use campus resource officers. Instead, Superintendent Garn Christensen has notified district residents about a new program being offered by the district's food services contractor, Sodexo. The company offers free breakfast and lunch for local and regional police, sheriff, state patrol, and fish and wildlife officers. Christensen says the hope is for officers to take advantage of the offer because it helps them better familiarize themselves with the school and provides the opportunity to develop relationships with students and staff. The offer also extends to times of the day when meals are not served. Officers can stop by for a cup of coffee in the staff break rooms. Well, Moses Lake police report a 14-year-old and 2 15-year-old suspects have been arrested for burglarizing a home yesterday and stealing guns near the high school. The arrest also resulted in the recovery of 3 firearms. Police say the boys burglarized the house during school hours, taking guns, ammunition, and hand tools. They say nothing in the investigation suggests that any of the firearms reached the high school campus. There is also no evidence that there was any plan to hurt anyone at the school or bring the guns to school. All 3 boys will be booked into Martin Hall on charges of burglary first degree, theft of a firearm, and unlawful possession of a firearm in the second degree. Well, following a state competition at Central Washington University last weekend, 4 of 9 Foothills Middle School VEX robotics teams will head to Louisville, Kentucky this April for the World Championships. That, according to Coach Bridget Wiegand.
Our Little Valley, our school was able to produce 4 teams that are moving on to this global international competition. We have half of the spots. Our teams coming from our Little Valley, and the exposure and the networking that these guys are going to be able to do with other middle schoolers from throughout the world it's going to be a truly phenomenal experience, and I'm so proud of them. So FBI, the team that we've been talking about a lot, they actually brought home the top award. They brought home the Excellence Award, which is the top award that you can get at the tournament, and it encompasses everything: STEM research project, design notebook, robot skills. It's the entire package, and it represents a well-run program, and I'm really proud of them.
The group is organizing a fundraiser for this Saturday to help fund the trip.
In order for us to be able to travel to Louisville to compete, it's going to cost approximately $40,000 for us to travel and just to get us there. So FMS Robotics will be hosting an Applebee's pancake feed this Saturday, March 3rd from 8 to 10. $10 tickets will be available at the door. Of course, you can also make donations directly to Foothills Middle School, Attention, FMS Robotics, and we would be more than thrilled with any support that we can get from the community.
Coming up next, the North Central Washington Economic Development District held its second annual North Central Washington Regional Tourism Summit and Workshop earlier today. And state salmon managers announced yesterday the projected poor returns of several salmon stocks are expected to limit fishing opportunities in Washington's waters this year. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Hi there, my name is Patrick and I'm the branch manager here at New American Funding. Applying for a home loan is an exciting time. You may have a lot of questions about how to meet your home loan goals, the loan process, or your borrowing options. We're here to help. We do things differently here at New American Funding. Not only do we have an array of loan products and a team of specialists to support you, but we get to know you personally. We want to earn your trust and business for life. So stop by our Wenatchee or Chelan office or give us a call today.
We're here to celebrate every season with award-winning dining, full-service spa, and 170 waterfront guest rooms. Come experience our tradition of hospitality at Campbell's Resort on Lake Chelan.
Welcome back. In another news, earlier today, the North Central Washington Economic Development District held its second annual North Central Washington Regional Tourism Summit and Workshop. Topics covered included a step-by-step business planning workshop and how to prepare and respond to unforeseen natural and man-made disasters. Also on hand was a representative of the Okanagan Tourism Association from British Columbia, who presented a Route 97 report on how all cities and businesses along Route 97 can work together to increase tourism dollars. Shiloh Shower, Executive Director of the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, also presented an update on the statewide tourism marketing program.
We have no funding or no budget right now that takes our message outside of the state and nationally. Visit Seattle does a really good job with that, but Visit Seattle isn't necessarily the entire state's experience, now is it? So we are trying to work with the industry and the legislature to create a funding model that initially will bring between $10 to $15 million a biennium to market the state. There's some emphasis to that. The emphasis is in rural areas and tourism-dependent counties. So So Chelan County, for example, is the largest generator of tourism spending per capita in Washington state.
The Economic Development District is a federally designated economic development district covering Chelan, Douglas, and Okanagan counties, as well as the Colville Confederate Tribes. Well, state salmon managers announced on Wednesday the projected poor returns of several salmon stocks are expected to limit fishing opportunities in Washington's waters this year. Here's more on that story. Roughly 236,500 upriver brights are expected to return to areas of the Columbia River above Bonneville Dam this year. While that number sounds like a solid number, it's actually down more than 50% from the most recent 10-year average. An estimated 286,200 coho are projected to return to the Columbia River this year. That's down nearly 100,000 fish from the 2017 forecast. About 279,300 actually returned last year to the river, where some coho stocks are listed for protection under the Federal Endangered Species Act. Some salmon fisheries in the Columbia River will also likely be more restrictive than last year. Forecasts for Chinook, coho, sockeye, and chum salmon, developed by the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife and Treaty Indian tribes, were released during a public meeting in Olympia yesterday. Fish and Wildlife officials said the low salmon returns are the result of a variety of factors, including another year of poor ocean conditions. The forecasts are based on varying environmental indicators such as ocean conditions, as well as surveys of spawning salmon and the number of juvenile salmon migrating to marine waters. Another busy weekend is on tap for the Numerica Performing Arts Center beginning Friday night with the 10th annual Mobile Meals Variety Show. Marky Bowling of Mobile Meals is in charge of recruiting the acts.
Usually start right after this one's over, and I go to the park at Apple Blossom and watch all the acts there and contact them. And then Sandy and I went to a talent show that Numerica put on at the PAC 2 years ago, and we picked up 2 acts there, and they're both in this year. I went to Lisa B's talent show, and I missed the high school, but that's what I do, just go out into the community. Fabulous Feet dance studios are always involved in so many productions in the Valley, and so I tried them, and they were happy to help us out. So basically just going out and seeing what would be entertaining and what people enjoy and smile while they're watching.
Tickets are $12 and are available at the Numerica box office. The Numerica PAC is donating their space not only for the Mobile Meals Variety Show, but also for the Living with Autoimmunity seminar Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. Pat Quinn Williams says the gathering is a chance for people with autoimmune diseases to exchange information and show support.
Each year we get together like 3 speakers, and a few years we've had a panel discussion, but the idea is to get information out to people, because autoimmune diseases, it's MS, lupus, diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, that's just a few of the common ones. And everyone knows someone that has that, something like that. And we just want to get the information out, let them know, what's the latest treatments, what are things you can do, and here's some other people that have some of the same problems, and let's talk together and try to figure things out.
The seminar is free, but organizers are asking you to pre-register by calling 679-0671. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our features story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
High school sports is back this spring on the NCW Life Channel. Do you like baseball? We've got you covered with the Wenatchee Panthers and the Eastmont Wildcats. How about softball? We have you covered there too with fast pitch action right here. How about lacrosse? Yep, got you covered there too with the Wenatchee Valley Thunder. And of course, there's boys soccer. Whatever your interest, we've got you covered on your home for high school spring sports, the NCW Life Channel.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life Channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with the voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life Channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life Channel.
And a happy Thursday. March comes in like a lion, more like a tiger at the state 1B tournament in Spokane as Entiat defeated Mount Rainier Lutheran 46-33 as Natalia Paz and Faith Southard led the way in victory.
Highlights courtesy of the National Federation of High Schools Network. Paz up to her familiar antics, starting things off on defense with the steal and the layup. Then again, collecting a loose ball and Entiat working the perimeter to find Southard for the drive and the J from the elbow. Entiat held a 24-18 lead at the half, and by 12 after the third, that's when Paz and Southard really squelched any chance of a Mount Rainier comeback with a steal and bucket to start the fourth. That would do it as the Tigers win 46-33 to advance to face Pomeroy in the quarterfinals tonight at 9 o'clock. Coach Lori Pipkin said it felt great to get the win.
They've been excited all week to be able to come over and play this game, and they were definitely confident, but I think the nerves got to us a little bit in that first quarter, but they kind of just held steady and were able to get those jitters a little bit out of them in the second and third quarters, and that really helped us kind of seal that game, so it was a great team win, I thought.
On the 2B side of the tournament, the Brewster girls took on Napavine with Sammy Emmy getting a bucket inside high off the glass, but Napavine was quick with the answer. Brewster's Yvette Sanchez off the inbounds pass for three. But the Tigers were just too much hitting from outside. Then on the drive, Napavine knocks out Brewster 62-52. So the Brewster girls were out, but that left the boys to defend the Bears' bragging rights against Life Christian Academy. Brewster built a 26-17 halftime lead and held on for a 60-55 win to advance to the quarterfinals. Joe Taylor led the way, playing all 32 minutes and scoring 28 points to lead all scorers. Brewster faces St. George's tonight at 9 o'clock. Here's the Les Schwab prep scoreboard for the 1B tournament. There you see Entiat's win over Mount Rainier. Also advancing in the 1B tournament, the Elmira Cooley Heartline boys and girls. The girls advanced by beating Tohola 57-25 and will face Colton in the quarterfinals today at 5:30. The Warrior boys defeated Tohola 67-40 to the 1A tournament in the Sundome in Yakima. Kashmir now knows whom they'll face in tonight's quarterfinal after Nooksack Valley beat Meridian last night 45-36. If Kashmir hopes to return to the state championship game Saturday, they'll have to depend on sophomore phenom Haley Van Lith. The second-year player leads the team with 33 points a game and even scored a quadruple double during the regular season. Bulldog coach Brent Darnell says she works harder than anyone on the team.
It really doesn't do her justice to watch her play in a game because you only get to watch her play for an hour. Where it really does you justice to watch her is come watch us practice. Come watch her practice for 2 hours, and when her team loses a defensive rebounding box-out drill and her team's got to run a Sweet 16, that she's first place and she's blowing the socks off of her teammates. And she doesn't have to sprint that hard. She's still going to get the Sweet 16 in 60 seconds, but she's killing everybody. And it makes those girls chase her, and they're always chasing her. And that raises their level, and it raises our level. So it's a very special player that makes our team better.
Teammate Claire High says players often feel her wrath, but strangely appreciate it.
She's kind of like a player coach, I guess you could say. She definitely pushes us. If we're not giving her our best effort and the team our best effort, she'll definitely get it out of you if you're not giving it to her for just out of yourself. So, yeah. In her own way, I guess. She definitely can get up in your mug, and she knows it's just who she is, and we all know it. And if she yells at us, then we know we did something wrong, and we probably did deserve it. So, I mean, it definitely just wakes us up, and it's better coming from her than getting yelled at or talked to by a coach all the time. So it's definitely, I think it gets absorbed more from her, I guess, just because she's on our level as well.
For Van Lith, she says she gets her competitive spirit from those closest to her.
Just my family and the people I've been around my whole life. I've been always just told not to be the best at everything you do, so that's what I'm striving to do every day. And I live in a community and around teammates and coaches that are always pushing me, so without them I would never be where I'm at, because they're pushing me every day to get better and better. So
We'll be down in Yakima for the game tonight and provide complete coverage tomorrow morning on the NCW Life channel. Keep checking back to our website and our Facebook page. Not to be forgotten in all this basketball talk, the Wenatchee Wild begin the first round of the BCHL playoffs tonight against the Merritt Centennials. The puck drops at the Town Toyota Center tonight at 7. Arch Ecker will have the play-by-play.
And that's sports, a lot of it. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. The Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center is hosting the 39th Annual Regional High School Art Show. The art show is not only a great way for students to show off their artwork, it's also a chance for some artists to earn a college scholarship.
So it's the 39th Annual Regional High School Art Show. It's sponsored in part by the North Central Educational School District and the Wenatchee Valley Museum. We've been hosting it for quite a while, so we enjoy bringing it to the museum and the public every year. We also have some support from the State Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction, as well as Central Washington University, who present a series of small scholarships or tuition waivers to some of the winning artists at our show. It is all high school artwork, grades 9 through 12. We have about 190 pieces from 14 different schools throughout the region. The exhibit opens Friday, March 3rd, and will be up until May 5th, which I believe is a Saturday. So there'll be a couple of more chances to visit. Our first Fridays are always free, and we stay open a little bit later. But of course, you can come in and run any of the museum's regular open hours from 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday. We do have a reception. Like we mentioned in the title, of course, it's a juried show. So I have some jurors that come and take a look, and we have first through third places in 7 different categories. Those awards are presented on Saturday, March 10th at an awards reception for the students, teachers, and their families, and open to the general public. The reception's from 1 until 3 in the afternoon, and we'll start our presentation and our program about 1:30. There's some refreshments, and of course everyone's welcome to come and visit and just check out the art beforehand. We also have the scholarship awards that are presented by Central. We'll have a speaker here from the state office. And each week we have a People's Choice Award. They'll be presented with an award at the very end of the show. Kind of the top 3 of those get a People's Choice kind of recognition. But each week we'll be counting the votes from the public and moving some awards around the gallery to show which ones have been most liked the week before. Thanks to all the teachers and students that participate. This is one of my favorite shows of the year because you get to see the wide range of talent in the schools. It's amazing to see what these students come up with. You see people dealing with some of the wider public events of the world these days, as well as some things that are definitely coming from their heart. There's some very creative students in this region, so thank you to all of them for participating.
The art show opens tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll be back in just a moment with a look at what's happening around the Wenatchee Valley this weekend and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp programs focus on our 4 core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Make this summer's memories last a lifetime. Pick your theme week today with a wide variety of safe and engaging activities. Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp is the ultimate summer fun in the sun camp for children, teens, and families. Reserve your child's week today.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shanlin here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Let us make your dream of home ownership a reality. We're here to guide you through the loan process every step of the way. Check out our convenient online application. Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, your home for loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
This first weekend of March is filled with fun activities in north central Washington. Megan McPherson provides us now with our social events calendar.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The skies over Winthrop will brighten with the brilliant colors of over a dozen hot air balloons March 2 to 4. While many balloon festivals are held in the summertime, the Winthrop Balloon Festival allows visitors to experience the Methow Valley's world-class recreational pursuits of Nordic skiing, snowshoeing, backcountry skiing, snowmobiling, and sledding. More than 1,500 Special Olympics athletes will represent various Washington hometowns at the 2018 Special Olympics Washington Winter Games in Wenatchee, March 2 to March 4. Opening ceremonies will be held at the Town Toyota Center on Friday, March 2 at 8 p.m. All events are free to the general public. Athletes from across the state will converge in Wenatchee, at Mission Ridge Ski Resort, and in Leavenworth to compete in 6 sports during the 3-day event: alpine skiing, cross-country skiing, figure skating, snowboarding, and basketball. The Mobile Meals Spring Variety Show is happening Friday night, March 2 at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. This show will feature Mariachi Wenatchee, Wenatchee Apollo Club, Levi Watts, Fabulous Feet Dance Studio, CRMC Ukulele Group, Acrogals, DBB Bongo Brothers, Cody Lane, Guys and Dolls, and more. Doors open at 6 and the actual show starts at 7 p.m. Head to Pybus Market for Nick's Bricks, the annual Lego building event from 10 to 3 on Saturday, March 3. There will be both casual building times and competitive events throughout the day. Bring your own Legos to this event for all ages. And finally, the Columbia Choral will present a concert of music representing American composers from the 18th century to the present on Saturday, March 3. The concert starts at 7 p.m. at the Grace Lutheran Church in Wenatchee. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
Time now for your North Central Washington weather forecast. And boy, rain began to fall last night, and that's when our big weather change came in the form of almost 3/10 of an inch of rain at Pangborn Airport last night, with more rain in the forecast for tonight and once again on Friday. There's a look at that large area of low pressure that remains positioned just off the coast of Washington that keeps spinning moisture into our state. The large weather system, I talked about this yesterday, is cut off from weather patterns to our west, so it's very slow moving. We have a 70% chance of rain for the rest of the afternoon into early evening hours, an 80% chance of a rain-snow mix tonight and into early morning, and we'll stay with an 80% chance of a wintry mix on Friday with clearing skies by the afternoon on Friday. This weekend looks pretty much quieter with partly cloudy skies and light winds expected both days, with high temperatures in the mid-40s. Monday through Wednesday of next week also looks fairly quiet, with mostly sunny skies expected on Monday and Tuesday, turning partly to mostly cloudy by Wednesday, with afternoon high temperatures in the upper 40s. Let's take a look at your forecast. And as I mentioned, it will be a wet one as we get into tonight, 33 degrees. More of the wet stuff for Friday, 45 our high temperature. And then a pretty nice weekend. Some clouds on Saturday and 44 degrees, 26 our low, 46 our high on Sunday, which looks to be the best day of the weekend, and then very nice on both Monday and Tuesday, 46 and 47 are high temperatures, and even warmer on that by the time we get into midweek next week. Your Wednesday high temperature at right around 48 degrees. So it should be a nice forecast this weekend and into next week. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host Dan Kuntz, and I will be in for Steve Hare with a look at the news. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV set free. Enjoy the extra value local television.